Tell me how it used to, how it used to, how it used to. One time, a sidekick had told me something about my future life. How I would live to be 100 with my future wife, surrounded by my great-grandchildren, reading the funnies and telling them stories about how things were different in my 20s. Like, gather round, you two, shut off the TV. I got a story and maybe you youngins might not believe me, but 80 years ago, the world wasn't so kind then. Now it sounds silly, but I remember a time when there were so many of us in love with one another and tried to show it but couldn't, cause they wouldn't let a pair of people share a life together, cause they said it was evil and against the law, but them laws wasn't fair or equal. People debated and shouted and demonstrated and spouted hatred instead of trying to have a conversation about it. But soon it led to us having celebrations about it. Look at what my generation sprouted. Marriage is legal. Then the sidekick took her small fee. I thought about the way things were before me and how every generation gets a little more free. I felt hope thinking how things could all be. In 80 years I guess we gon' see when our grandkids saying to us, tell me how it used to be, cause we've come so far. Tell me how it used to be. Tell me how it used to, how it used to, how it used to be.
Grandpa, is it true what they say? That way back in the day, you know, like way back, like mad long, that President Riff Raff used to write rap songs? And I heard that people lit nicotine, but they weren't allowed their sweet, sweet sticky green. And they let a kid be shipped to Iraq, but they wouldn't let him sip in a whiskey when he was back.
Yeah, that's back when life was a terminal illness. Before doctors learned that we came with a little switch every person turned in their brains. When life was overwhelming and so we turned from the pain. Back when slums grew in the shadows of 170-story chateaus, and the people under them fought for the crumbs that fell from the windows up at the top. We claimed freedom, but our elections were bought by the highest bidding executive, not a second of thought. Back when corporations were people, but people weren't even people, and people just weren't connecting the dots.
Tell me how it used to be, cause we come so far. Tell me how it used to be. Tell me how it used to be. How it used to, how it used to be.
People would hate you over what spirit you pray to. You talk and they wouldn't hear it, they fear and decapitate you. And back in the States all we're doing is just what we say that they're doing, placing humans in boxes of what appearance they're near to.
I feel it, boxes they selling, inside of it was a future. They bomb a school full of students and do it with a computer. Technology, we can use it on Mother Earth to improve her. Instead we steady abuse it, but was it worth the maneuver?
Who were we kidding? You and me didn't ruin the system, but soon the kids who crawled out from the sewers grew to be different.
Brutally killing for power was not our true intuition, so we flipped the script, now we living with the newest traditions.
Smashing the walls and dancing and drinking wine in the kitchen.
Kissing and hugging and laughing, fuck it, we shining and winning.
Women and men looking back in the time,
reminding the children of how it